In this world of fashion, there's a few names that resonate as powerfully as Marc Jacobs. His tenure at Louis Vuitton in the early 2000s remains legendary, making a period of unparalleled innovation and creativity. Now, as the fashion industry continues to speculate on who should step into the artistic or creative director role at Chanel, to me, it becomes evident that Marc Jacobs is the perfect candidate to revive the house's storied legacy. Marc Jacobs' impact on Louis Vuitton cannot be overstated. Before his arrival, Louis Vuitton was primarily known for its iconic luggage and accessories. However, Jacobs had a vision that transcended the brand's established image. He introduced ready-to-wear collections that were not only commercially successful, but were also critically acclaimed. His collaboration with artists like Stephen Sprouse, Takashi Murakami, Pharrell Williams, and Yayoi Kusama brought a fresh artistic edge to the brand, making it a must-have for fashion enthusiasts and collectors alike. Now, one of Marc Jacobs' most significant contributions to Louis Vuitton was his ability to weave rich narratives through his collections. His runway shows were not mere presentations. They were spectacles that transported audiences to different worlds. From the glamorous train station set for fall 2012 to the escalators of spring 2013, Jacobs mastered the art of storytelling, creating immersive experiences that captivated audiences and left lasting impressions. This ability to create a fantasy world aligns exactly with Chanel's heritage, established and sustained by Karl Lagerfeld, who was known for his extravagant and thematic shows and iconic advertisement campaigns. This curated selection of photographs highlights the timeless elegance of Chanel under Karl Lagerfeld, a legacy defined by reinvention, opulence, and classic sophistication. In contrast, Marc Jacobs brings his own innovative approach, pushing boundaries that maintain a deep respect for the codes of high fashion. When we look at Marc's designs, especially his work at Louis Vuitton and his namesake brand, we see a striking parallel to Karl's approach. Both embody a mixture of audacity and tradition, bridging modern flair with timeless luxury. Now imagine Marc Jacobs as Chanel. He'd be bringing an aesthetic that's fresh and daring, yet perfectly aligned with the brand's heritage. The comparison of their work isn't just about design, but about spirit and vision. Marc's avant-garde approach and love for the theatrical could bring a new exciting chapter to Chanel, breathing more life into the classic with a distinctly modern touch. Marc Jacobs' design philosophy aligns perfectly with Chanel's elegant yet modern motifs. His ability to infuse simplicity with sophistication is precisely what Chanel needs to reclaim its modern edge. As Karl Lagerfeld noted in 1994 in Vogue, quote, "After all, the dark fashion, colors had to come back." Fashion currently finds itself in a similar dark stage, and Jacobs is the visionary needed to lead Chanel out of it and into a bold new era. All right, now back to the show. Marc Jacobs' deep understanding of pop culture and its strategic use of branding and advertising played a pivotal role in Louis Vuitton's transformation. He seamlessly integrated contemporary art and high fashion, making Louis Vuitton a brand that resonated with a broader audience. This approach not only elevated the brand's status, but also expanded its reach, appealing to both long-term patrons and a new, younger consumer. Chanel under Virginie Viard has seen a more subdued approach, compared to the grandeur of Lagerfeld's era. While this has its merits, there is a growing sentiment within the fashion community that Chanel needs a revitalization, a return to the fantasy and opulence that defined its golden years. Marc Jacobs is uniquely positioned to deliver exactly what we need. Marc's proven track record at Louis Vuitton demonstrates his ability to innovate while acknowledging and respecting the brand's heritage consistently. His knowledge of pop culture, combined with his flair for dramatic storytelling and immersive brand experiences, is precisely what Chanel needs to reestablish its dominance in the luxury fashion market. Now, appointing Marc Jacobs as the creative director of Chanel would not only benefit the brand, but also the fashion industry as a whole. His ability to blend high fashion with accessible culture could redefine the way luxury brands engage with their audiences. In a time where lines between fashion, art, and everyday culture are increasingly blurred, Jacobs' vision could potentially lead to a renaissance in fashion, bringing back the magic and allure that have been missing for years. In conclusion, Marc Jacobs is not just a choice for Chanel. He should be considered the choice. His visionary approach to fashion, his deep understanding of branding and advertising, and his ability to create captivating narratives make him the ideal candidate to lead Chanel into a new era of innovation and excitement. The world of fashion deserves to see what Marc Jacobs can do with the legacy of Chanel. And Chanel deserves a leader who can reignite its flame with creativity. Well, thanks for pulling up to the cloud. This is Cloud Negative 9. I'm your host, DJ Selby. And if you're interested in hip-hop fashion videos like this one, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. And yeah, see you in the next episode. Peace.